Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Shim One Prayer Vigil. So we're gonna get started. It's wonderful to see you all this morning. And so we'll start by greeting our heavenly parents and true parents. 현지인 참부모님께 경배 바로. And now I'd like to recite Family Pledge number 5. So, 가정 맹세 5. 천일국주임 우리 가정 전사랑 춘칭하고 매일 지주력 전산세계와 대산적 지산세계 통일을 향해 전진적 발전을 촉진할 것을 맹세하나이다. And 5. Our family, the owner of Cheon, pledges to strive every day to advance the unification of the spirit world and the physical world as subject and object partners by centering on true love. And for today, can I ask Mr. Iwamoto if you can offer the opening prayer for today? Please unmute.
Yes, let's pray. Dearest every parent and true parent, heaven and earth, humankind, we are deeply grateful to be here as your sons and daughters. We are thankful for opportunity to live this golden era with True Mother on earth. True Mother gave us Cheon to mobilize Heavenly Holy Spirit. We earnestly desire to align our hearts with True Mother's heart. Please guide us, lead us, and open our heart to receive your message through Mother's memoir. Thank you. I report with precious brothers and sisters. My name is Okae Iwamoto as a blessing central family. Aju.
Aju. Thank you. And so again, once again, everyone, good morning. So good morning, Anne Marie. Good morning, Mr. Owens. Good morning, all brothers and sisters. Thank you guys for joining us on the Zoom. And so to get ourselves started and to wake up our bodies in the morning, we're going to be starting with our stretches. So we can hit the music. Okay, so let's take our hands, slowly stretch them out to the side, and then go make your way to the top. And stretch all the way to the sky. And then let's go to the right side. And then switch over. So keep breathing. And then go forward. When you keep breathing steadily, your blood circulates better. So it helps you feel more fresh after stretching. Let's go. Put your hands on your back and lean backwards. And then let's do some neck rolls. So slowly roll your head in a circle, making sure to stretch out each way. And then turn the other way. And then let's tilt our head to the right side. And then we can apply a little bit of pressure with our right hand. And then the other side. And then forward. And then put your thumbs on your chin. And then push your head backwards. Up, your chin up. Okay. And then do some arm circles. So slowly rotating our arms forward in small circles. And then gradually increasing the size. And then let's go backwards. So big circles. And then slowly shrinking the circles. Yeah, just be careful you don't, if you're sitting next to someone, you don't hit them in the face. And then let's reach across. And then stretch our right arm across. And then switch to our left arm. And then this last bit, again, stretch whatever you feel like is necessary. You can stretch your legs or your back or your fingers. And then let's conclude with wrist rolls. Shake it all off. Then we are done. Okay, thank you, everyone. So now we're going to be jumping into our appreciation points for today. So let's go into breakouts, share our gratitude with each other and also with God. So I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Okay, welcome back, everyone. Hope you guys had a nice time sharing in your breakouts. And so to share with the group, I'd like to invite up Kyoe-san. If you could please unmute and then share your gratitude for today.
Okay. Oops. Good morning, everybody. My appreciation is morning stretch, morning exercise. I didn't realize how much my body stands tighten, especially my lower back. So I remember radio exercise, which we call in Japan radio exercise, and then circling around the lower part of like a west and so on so. So that gave me so much like let's say energy and the relaxation my lower back. So I'm so grateful I can start the day with that. Because I'm taking care of a 9 months old baby and every day. And another one is we just met everybody, all my children, and I went to my daughter in New York. He might have some serious sickness. We don't know yet. But even my son came from North Carolina to meet with us. So I'm so grateful. Second generations, they are very close to each other and supporting each other, and even uh I don't know, but they know each other very well. And if I say something, they know everything. So how precious, because they are God's lineage, and so they are special children. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much.
Dude, thank you, Kyoe-san. Yeah, I should mention if you don't know them, yeah, all Japanese people do it's like morning exercise. They like stream it over the radio until like how to stretch it and exercise your body. And then so I think this morning exercise is probably reminiscent of the Rajio Taiso, the radio exercises from Japan. So I haven't done it ever in Japan, but I've done it like watching a YouTube video recording. But it's very nice. It feels weird in the beginning because you're moving around in ways that I haven't moved before, but it's a lot of fun and it's very nice. So hope everyone has a chance to experience that. But yeah, so we'll be moving into our main portion. And so, yeah, just kind of refreshing our mind, kind of opening our hearts and getting ready to receive Mother's words. And so please invite up Dr. Ward for the Mother of Peace reading and reflection.
Thank you, Shogo, and good morning to all brothers and sisters. And let's turn our attention now to our reading passage from Mother of Peace for this day. As a hen embraces her brood. When I was born, earth was groaning with anguish as a battleground in which people shed each other's blood. People dwelled in extreme confusion and darkness, and heartlessly exploited each other. As part of this wretched mosaic, the Korean peninsula suffered indescribable torment under a Japanese occupation that lasted 40 years. From the 1905 Ulsan-nung-yak, a protectorate treaty between Korea and Japan, until our liberation in 1945, I was born during that period of oppression. I was born in 1943 in Anju, South Pyongan province of what is now North Korea, at 4:30 a.m. on February 10th of the solar calendar and the 6th day of the first lunar month of that year. I remember clearly the address of my home, 26 Sunwi-ri, Anju-up, which had been renamed Choesongdong, in what is now the city of Anju. My home was not far from the center of the village, and the surrounding neighborhood had a very warm and cozy feeling, as if we were chicks cuddled under a mother hen. Unlike the thatched roof houses nearby, My house had a tile roof and a big front porch. Behind it rose a small verdant hill covered with chestnut and pine trees. Beautiful flowers bloomed and colorful leaves fell with the rhythm of the seasons, and I heard every kind of bird singing and chirping together. When spring warmed the earth, yellow forsythias smiled brightly between the fences, and azaleas bloomed red on the hill. A small stream flowed through our village, and except when it froze solid in midwinter, I could always hear the laughing sound of the water. I grew up enjoying the happy sounds of the birds in the stream, as if they were a choir of nature. Even now, thinking of life in my hometown is like snuggling into a cozy and heartwarming mother's embrace. This memory brings tears to my eyes. So this particular reading today, we see an incredible contrast between the first paragraph and the third paragraph. And the first paragraph talks about the tragedy and the suffering that was going on in the world at that time with the Second World War. Likewise, Korea's own tribulation and its final years of colonization. And yet, in the third paragraph here, we read about all of Mother's very fond memories of her childhood. She interfaces with all the dimensions of creation, the water of the brook, the birds and flowers that she finds in the back portion of her home, and likewise the singing of the birds every day. She interfaces with these things, and it really feels embraced and loved by God, by nature. This is a very warm memory for her from her childhood. So it's really wonderful when we read Mother's life, all the way up to when Mother meets true Father for the first time. There's a joyful heart about her, and certainly these initial years were very, very important, because we know that she went through some very dark time when finally she and her mother and grandmother had to escape from the north in order to come to the south, and having to deal with the throes of war and barely being able to escape across the Han River to be able to begin life fully in the south after the invasion from the north. So anyway, when I look at this morning, we see that for true Mother, this early period of her life is a reference point for her. It's something that she can always turn to and feel happy, embraced, loved. And she says it brings tears to her eyes, because through all those different expressions of God's creation, she could truly feel and experience God's love. So I think the lesson here for all of us is that we all need a reference point. And I think that those of us who gather here every day, we do have some kind of a reference point. There are certain points in our life of faith, certain points in our childhood that somehow we can really be appreciative for, and that they somehow allow us to go forward each and every day in a very special way. But we are crossing over into a new frontier in the coming days, and I know that many of us will be participating in this upcoming rebirth workshop. And this is a great opportunity for all of us to have a new reference point. And that reference point is punctuated because True Mother has placed her hand on this particular moment with the Cheon. So it's a way for us to really connect to her in a very deep way. It's a way for us to establish a new reference point because of this upcoming workshop. And one thing I'm so grateful for every day, and I discover this more and more every day, is that at the end of our session each day, Pastor Takino guides us in the Cheon prayer. And we may pray at different times in the day, but there's no prayer more precious for any of us than the Cheon One prayer that we share every morning together. It's just for a few minutes, but it's really a special time for us to connect. And thank God that we can have this morning meeting every day. And thank God that we can have this chance to have this Cheon One prayer at the end to really connect more deeply with True Mother, to connect more deeply with true parents because of that opportunity. So that also is a very precious reference point for all of us. So those are my reflections for today. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Ward, for the sharing your insight into mother's words. And so, yeah, whatever kind of small inspiration that you got also while listening to Dr. Ward sharing or the Mother of Peace reading, that's God speaking to you through your original mind. So in these breakouts, let's please share with each other and what we gained or what we were inspired by from the reading. So we'll see everyone in a few minutes. Alrighty. Welcome back, everyone. Hope you guys had a nice sharing time in your breakouts. And so feel free to share in the chat below if you have any kind of inspiration or even like a keyword for today that you want to share with the group. So yeah, please fill up the chat. And yeah, so again, as per usual for the past 4 days, we've been doing Chunshimwon Rebirth Workshop testimonies. And so for today's testimony, well, I don't have to introduce them because I am sharing today's testimony. So yes, good morning, everyone. So it feels always weird to introduce yourself, but yeah, so I'm going to be sharing my testimony about my experience in the Chunshimwon. And so, yeah, the Chunshimwon Rebirth Workshop, I had a chance to go to the Las Vegas Chunshimwon Rebirth, the 7th one, with the CARP Momentum group. So CARP had a workshop with Reverend Dunkley, but I think even from before that, something I've been really wrestling with is the question, what is the culture of Chanulguk? Or what is a life of faith in Chanulguk? Like, what does Chanulguk look like? What does it feel like? How do I live inside of that every day? Because we're in the era of Chanulguk and we've already established it. We're settling it. And then I don't feel it every day in my life, Chanulguk. And I feel like even like a disconnect from God sometimes on some days. And I'm like, I said, okay, like this isn't what Chanulguk is. So like, what is it? And I look around, of course, our community has amazing things, but also like we have a lot of challenges too. Like the reality is also very difficult sometimes. And so it's like, okay, we're moving there, but we're not there yet. Like, how do we get to this completely different Chanulguk that we've never experienced before? And then what I felt in my heart was like, I need something completely new. I need something that breaks all of my past concepts, and I have to change the way that I think completely. And so, yeah, I was praying for like through most of the summer to ask God, like, how can I break my concepts that I have right now? Everything that I have is from like the wilderness course, like the completed testament aid. That's all my faith, all my concepts and ideas. So the way I pray, the way I reflect or interact with people, like I need to change everything. What I even believe fundamentally, I need to change. Because if I understood Chanulguk really, then I would already be living in it. So that was kind of my determination going into the workshop is I want to, like mother, I want to unlearn everything and I want to learn like I'm a baby that doesn't know anything. And then, because also the name was Rebirth. And so I was like, I want to be born again. I can't hold on to anything from the past. And then, yeah, I wanted to go to the earlier ones, but it was kind of close to just like specific leader groups. And so I was really frustrated. I was like I need a higher leadership position. But anyways, I finally had the opportunity to go. And then I think what I experienced in the workshop was in the very first, like it's a short 20-minute orientation that Reverend Dunkley gives, and just like kind of give a preface of the overall workshop. But as he was sharing, like what he wanted to convey during the workshop hit my heart so deeply. It was like a kind of 20-minute overview of what I was going to talk about. And he didn't go into so many details or explain anything, but I just started crying and crying and crying. So yeah, I caught like small bits and pieces of what he was about to share. And like some bits, like, it hurt my heart so much, but also like it resonated and it liberated my heart. As a second generation, I had like some, I don't know, I guess questions. Like they didn't make me struggle in my faith because I believe, okay, there's a more clear answer. I just don't understand it right now, and that's okay. Like I'll figure it out later as I go along. So I didn't struggle with those things, but like the Reverend Dunkley starting to talk, I realized like certain questions are already like like it felt like a rush of like fire, just like kind of swooping across and like feeling chills, like random words he would say or like phrases. I would feel chills and like goosebumps on my arm, like that's true. Like it's something I've never heard before, and it's completely different from everything that I know right now. But that is true. That feels more true than anything I've known before. And then I realized like God's been preparing experiences in my life for me to receive the content of the Chunshim one. Like as I was listening, like, oh, this experience helps me digest this. I don't need to struggle about this because I've already had this experience before. Oh, I realized this last year. And like so many experiences lined up for me. So it wasn't a like listening to content and like an educational experience. It was really like an emotional, like spiritual experience for me, where I just felt and resonated with what Reverend Dunkley was saying. Because I feel really grateful because I didn't do anything special. I feel like God's been really like putting experiences in my life for me to be able to understand. And I didn't want to just go by my emotions, like my feeling. And so I went to the Chonshim one and prayed, and the answer that I got every time was yes, like this is the heart that mother's been hiding. And I felt so repentful, but also I felt this really strong determination, like I want to stand by mother now. She's been alone for too long. And like people have been doubting and uncertain and like, oh yeah, we believe father, but we'll believe in mother if she follows exactly what father said. Like she doesn't, like, of course, everyone says, of course, mother's true parents, but she, in everyone's hearts, she didn't have quite the same authority as father. She was a little bit lower, just like a backup. And then so I felt how painful that must have been for mother. And then just it's hard. I wanna be able to stand by her. And so, yeah, my feeling was like it's rebirth is an experience, and it's not something that can be explained to someone else. Like no one can give a lecture or a testimony about rebirth and we experience it. We have to feel it ourselves to have conviction. Otherwise, it seems like, oh, like they're believing in something new, and like that's weird. Like that maybe that's not right. But if we really pray, and that's why I think the Chonshima is so important. We need to pray and experience rebirth ourselves. But yes, I feel like during that workshop, I tasted Chanokuk, and I don't know, like I still don't know exactly the exact content or what exactly the patterns we should do for a life of faith in Chanokuk. I don't know, but I felt a taste of it, and that's it. And I felt hope. I was like, that's something I want to fight for. Because frankly, some of the things that we're moving towards in the movement, like I don't want to fight for that. Of course, it's maybe a process of the restoration, but that's not my goal. My goal isn't to go out witnessing every day. That's not what Chanokuk is. Right? That's a process to get there. So like that's not my vision and goal. But I caught the end goal that mother sees and why she works so hard. And so, yeah, my determination, like it's like the time of the Israelites and Jesus, like it's not that people hate mother, but like I think many people just don't understand and see mother in the right light. And so my determination is even if other people can't see mother for who she is, I saw in the Chonshim one, and God, you told me who mother is. So I'm going to stand by her, even if other people don't understand or other people doubt and kind of, yeah, not, again, they don't want to like criticize mother, but it's their heart is struggling. So even if that happens, like, I want to be able to stand up with her. So yeah, so that was kind of my experience in the Chonshim one. So I hope everyone can really, yeah, I don't know, if you're attending the workshop, to be able to really plug in and just open your heart to receive. But also, if you're not able to attend, hopefully there's future, for this weekend at least, if there's future other workshops, because it really is like a life-changing and powerful experience. So thank you. And so, yeah, so as per usual, if you were inspired kind of by what happens in this Chonshimon prayer vigil, or you feel like this would be really powerful for someone else, please feel free to reach out and invite someone. And you can even send the recording. It's available at the New Jersey Family Church YouTube account. And then also the readings, Mother Feast readings are on godable.org. So please, yeah, share the inspiration and love with someone else. And then if you're inspired, there is the donation page. And so again, the reality of this world is we need money to make things work. If you'd like to support the Chonshimon Prayer Vigil Ministry, then there's the link in the chat below. And finally, I'd like to pass it to Pastor Takino for the Chonshimon Resonance Prayer and any announcements.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. How was yesterday, the True Father's 11th anniversary of the Holy Ascension? Christian Church, we had the celebration anniversary. And after that, we celebrate the legacy of true father and true mother. That is the one family under God. We had a many culture festival, but yesterday's culture festival is amazing. I had that experience is that when second gen perform like a talent show, that kind of the spirit I felt yesterday, even mixing first and second gen. Everybody dancing, everybody cheer the performance, everybody supporting. And the most inspired after finish the event, many people help to the clean up, especially moving the table and chair from outside to inside. That's the most difficult after the event. But we don't have to work. Some particular people, only few people working very hard, not like that. So I was so moved. This is a Cheon book, So yeah, I truly appreciate. So today I like to invite from Cheon player Noriko, Mrs. Noriko Spray.
Dearest parents, we are so grateful to gather together as your son and daughter. Heavenly parents, we are struggling to find you in moments, especially today, this Cheon prayer room. Heavenly parents, we know how much you have been longing to live in this in the life on earth to each one of us and dwelling in a couple and family into the all relationship together. Heavenly parents, if Adam and Eve are grown up with you and created beautiful ideal world on this earth, there is no lecture of the fall. There's no lecture for restoration. Heavenly parents, we are just looking for the time has come in the future. There's no restoration work that someone has to teach. Heavenly parents, so the true mother is striving and offering every moment. Her life is precious, 80 years old age. Heavenly parents, in order to all of us to lay this foundation of the Cheon on this earth. Heavenly parents, each one of us, we are coming this time with a true mother. It's a really time of the rebirth time.
Yes.
We really want to live with you every moment, and we want to find in our relationship is with you, centered on you, to realize. So we still need to. We want to really offer our Johnson every day. The true mother gifted us the precious Cheon prayer room. We know all our brothers and sisters in Korea or Japan and here US, especially the offering has been more than 800 days, more than 300 days, and more than 200, more than that. So we all want to striving and pray and offer this Johnson through each places and each individual and each the brothers and sister throughout the world. to really to realize on this earth to really live with you. And so we gather together this morning and to offer this Johnson and prayer together with our brothers and sisters. Be with us, be accepted, and to really let us resonate with you and to really hear your voice, to really feel your heart in each one of our brothers and sisters. So thank you so much, everything that your love and your patience and everything that is so far that are guiding us. And I pray before this the prayer of our brothers and sisters in the name of Stephen Noriko bless Stephen Noriko's pray represent your family. Adieu.
Thank you, Noriko-san. And so now we're going to go into our unison prayer, resonance prayer, but please open up our hearts and let the Holy Spirit move within your hearts. And having conviction, the Chonshim one, that God and Mother can give us rebirth through prayer. So please unmute and we'll start our resonance prayer starting now.
아버지,
Thank you so much, Heavenly Father, that we have this opportunity, Heavenly Father, to be able to step forward, Heavenly Father. We have been pondering, Heavenly Father, for many years. We can liberate others. This is what we've been all fighting for, Heavenly Father. We need to be able to give us touch the hearts of these members of the second generation. No matter who it is, give them that about who God is. My brother, that we are justified in motherly news. We have the truth.
Vamos a conectarnos con Já começaram.
We have a unity, we have a hope. Across the Jordan River, they are uniting us.
Thank you, everyone. And so at that, we'll be wrapping up. Just a real quick announcement at the end, but yeah, actually, they're going to be opening up Belvedere as a satellite location for the Rebirth Workshop. And so if you missed the registration window because it closed, then actually we have 100 more spots that can watch the Tonshu and Rebirth Workshop happening in New Jersey online or live stream in Belvedere. So if we're going to reopen the registration link, or should they register via something else? I think they'll send it in the chat. Yeah. Okay, so
I think we're working on it today, but tomorrow we should be able to reopen registration for those who want to go and overflow at Belvedere. So we're working on some details. There are a bunch of people who are asking for getting in this time. So I think we want to prepare for that.
thank you, Naoki, or Pastor Naoki. And yeah, again, that's a good heavenly problem, not having enough space. We need to open up another location. So anyways, thank you all. Today's Labor Day, so I hope you guys can kind of enjoy time with your families and really take a rest from such a busy weekend. I know everyone's constantly busy, so thank you all. God bless you, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. So bye-bye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. God bless.
Thank you. Have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Everybody have a good time today.
Oh, Maria.
Morning, Uncle Peter.
A beautiful day.
Have a good day, Uncle Peter.
Happy Labor Day.
Thank you. What's up?
God bless you all.
Have a best day.
Good, everyone. Bless. Have a good day, everyone.
Thank you, Shoro, for your testimony.
Thank you, Shoko.
Bye.
Have a good day, everyone.
Have a good day, Pastor Nagi.
Have a good day.
Dígame.
One, and zero.